Hello, everyone. Hi. Can you see and hear me okay? Please type in the chat and tell me if you can see and hear me, please. Okay. Can everyone see and hear me okay? Okay. Lovely. Hi, good morning. Thank you. Thank you, Gregorio, for letting me know, and Anna Marie. Thank you, Luan. Please type in the chat, where are you from? While we wait for everyone to join, just type in the chat and let me know, where are you from? And in your country, is it morning, afternoon, or evening? All right, hello from Brazil, Pakistan, Turkey, Italy, Philippines, Brazil, Pakistan, India, Somalia, Brazil. Hello. Hi from Turkey. Hi from the Philippines and Brazil. Good morning. Hi from Algeria. Okay, yes, I'm in the United States and here it is morning. It is 10 in the morning. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about how to describe food. I think we can all say that we love food, right? I love food. Yes, I live in Ohio. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm tutor Nicole. I'm from the United States. I'm a tutor on Cambly. Today, we're talking about describing food. If you don't know what Cambly is, it's an online English learning platform where you can speak with native English tutors to better your English. So, do we have any questions before I begin? No? All right, let's get started. If you join late, don't worry. At the end of the video, it'll be on YouTube and you can watch it from the very beginning. So, yes, today we're talking about food and how to describe food. So again, these are ways to describe food. My first question, what is your favorite food? Go ahead and type in the chat, what is your favorite food? And how do you describe your favorite food? So, for example, my favorite food is pizza. And it's crunchy, it's savory, it's hearty, and very delicious. So, what's your favorite food, and how do you describe your favorite food? Someone else loves pizza. Some rich protein meals. Okay. My favorite fruit is a banana. Okay, orange. Barbecue is really delicious. Yes. Okay, lamb. Awesome. So today we're going to learn how to describe our favorite foods or any food. So when describing food, we use adjectives to describe food. Everything is an adjective. So for example, like sweet, salty, sour, bitter, what else? Hot, spicy, sour, bland. We'll figure out what those mean. So how can we describe food? There's a couple things we can do. We could describe the taste, the texture, how we prepare it, and the color or the appearance of the food. So you could say, my favorite food is yellow, it tastes like blank, and the texture is blank. Okay. So, what do you already know? I want you to type in the chat, what do you already know are some adjectives you can use to describe food? For example, you could say food is sweet, sour, spicy. What else do you already know? You can type in the chat, what do you already know about describing food? Salty, savory, spicy, sweet. Okay, these are all very good words. Very sweet, bland. Okay. Sour. Bitter is a good one. Okay. So first we're going to talk about words to describe taste. So this is something that you taste and how we can describe it. Okay. Our first word is acidic. Acidic is a sharp taste. A lot of times it's like sour or tart fruit foods like lemon and limes taste like acidic. Acid. They taste like acid, acidic. Another word is bitter. Bitter is a tart or sharp taste. These are sometimes harsh. If you have something bitter, you make this face. That's bitter. That's bitter. Yeah. So bitter, I think they have okra up here. Bitter melon. Melon can be bitter. Yeah, and feel free to write examples. Yes, thank you. Citrusy. Citrusy is a way to describe something that is citrus. So it's a bright flavor. It describes lemons, limes, and oranges. It's citrusy. It's a hard word. Citrusy. Citrusy. That tastes very citrusy. Another word to describe taste is cooling. This is a taste that mimics cold temperature like the flavor mint. Mint and eucalyptus, they taste very cool. So this would be cooling. Yes, Desi, grapefruits are very bitter. I don't like grapefruits. I don't like grapefruits because they're too bitter. Yes. Okay, our next word is earthy. Earthy tastes like fresh soil. So earthy could describe red wine. Sorry. I thought I had to sneeze. Okay. Red wine, root veggies, or mushrooms. These taste earthy. Thank you, Gregorio. And it tastes like fresh soil. I don't like the taste of earthy because a lot of the times it tastes like soil. Do you like the taste earthy? Do you like that flavor? Okay, another word is fiery. Fiery is a taste that feels like heat. It's another word for spicy. So you could say something is fiery or spicy. It's the same thing. Fresh. Fresh is light and crisp. An example of this would be produce and herbs. So cilantro, basil, any herb tastes very fresh. Or cucumber is fresh, a lot of vegetables. Fruity. Fruity tastes like a sweet fruit. So maybe strawberries, Grapes are fruity. Anything that's a fruit you can describe as fruity. Fruity. Herbal. Herbal is like a bright, fresh, earthy taste with herbs. So if you use herbs, you would say, oh, I like the taste of herbal. Yes. Herbal. Nutty. Nutty, this is the taste if it tastes like nuts. You can say, it's very nutty. Some cheeses can taste nutty. Peanut butter is nutty. Some chocolates might taste nutty. Rich. This is a word that is very much used. A lot of people use the word rich. It is a full and heavy flavor. So like ice cream is rich. Milk is rich. So it's a full, like heavy flavor with cream. A lot of desserts are rich. Sharp. Sharp is like a harsh, bitter, tart taste. A lot of the times, like, have you ever heard the word sharp white cheddar? So it describes like harsh and bitter flavors. Sharp. You can say something is smoky. This is if it tastes like smoke. For example, smoked salmon is smoky. If you smoke a dish with fire, it tastes smoky. Sour. Sour is tangy, tart flavor. So like sour candy, green apples are very sour. Also very sour. A lot of candy is sour. Spicy. This is the burning taste from hot spices. So it's pretty hot. Spicy. A lot of peppers are spicy. My favorite, sweet. It tastes like sugar, so donuts, cake, cupcakes. I love the flavor sweet. Tangy. Tangy is tart taste. It tingles in your mouth. This could also be used to describe like citrus fruits. These are tangy. Tart, again, it's sharp, bitter, sour to describe acidic foods. It's tart. It's tart. And last one is woody. This is if it's earthy or like a nutty taste. A lot of like coffee and cheeses are woody. This is woody. Okay. Now let's talk about some examples. So we learned a bunch of new words to describe flavors, and we're going to talk about some examples of the foods. If you know more foods, please type in the chat more examples. Some more examples of these flavors. So how would you describe or what foods are earthy? Go ahead and type in the chat. What foods are earthy? Very good. Yes, it would be mushrooms, red wine, root veggies. These are all earthy. Very good. Give me examples of the flavor fresh. What is fresh? Fresh. Fresh would be herbs and hand-picked produce. So that's like fruits, vegetables, anything that grows from the ground is fresh. Fresh. Very good. Give me an example of cooling. What foods are cooling? Yes. Good, Krishna. Mint or eucalyptus is cooling. Cooling. Yeah. Gum, a lot of the time chewing gum is cooling, right? Next we have the flavor rich. What foods are rich? Rich. Remember, something with cream is rich. So that might be like a tikka masala sauce with the cream. It could be ice cream. It could be chocolate. These are all rich. Okay. What foods are sweet? Sweet. Yeah, so maybe cake, ice cream, candy, chocolate, dates are sweet. Yes, cookies are sweet. What foods are sour? Type in the chat, what foods are sour? Yes. Maybe candy, green apples, sauerkraut, lemon. Yeah, very good. What foods are citrusy? It's in the word, so citrus. What foods are citrusy? Okay, this would be lemons, limes, orange. A citrus fruit is citrusy. This could be a tangerine. Yes. Grapefruit, lime, orange. Yes. Okay. Let's talk about texture. So texture is the way something looks. So like the texture. So the texture of this onion is crunchy. So again, we're talking about the texture. And that's how you describe how something looks and feels. So our first word is airy. So airy is like a light, pillowy. So like cake is very airy because it has air in it, little pockets of air. So that's airy. Buttery. This is a smooth and creamy texture, like butter or icing. So buttery. Chewy. Chewy is a texture of food that needs to be chewed a lot before swallowing, like steak or chicken is very chewy. I don't like chewy food. Do you like chewy food? Our next word is creamy. Creamy is a smooth and rich food, like dairy. Something can look creamy, so that is creamy. Crispy. An onion is crispy. It's the texture of crunch. So like chips, crisps, tortilla chips. These are all crispy. Our next word is crumbly. Crumbly looks like Cambly. Crumbly is a loose structure that falls apart to crumbs. So like pie is crumbly, cake is crumbly, chips are crumbly. They have crumbs. Mhm. Another word is doughy. Doughy is a soft or heavy texture with pale color. It's like donuts and pizza. Anything with dough would be doughy. So like a biscuit is crumbly and it's doughy. Doughy. Another word is fizzy. If you drink soft drinks and sodas and they have small bubbles, this is fizzy. Do you like fizzy drinks? I like fizzy drinks. My favorite fizzy drink is a Coca-Cola. Yeah, like soda. They're fizzy. 7 Up, okay. Flaky. Flaky are layers of bread that come apart while eating. So Like this onion has so many layers, it's flaky. So it comes off in flakes. It's flaky. So like a croissant is flaky. Yes. Fluffy. This is a lot of desserts are fluffy. They're light, airy. They look like a cloud. Pancakes and muffins are very fluffy. Gooey. Gooey is like a sticky liquid. So like melted chocolate is gooey. Okay, that's gooey. Juicy. Juicy is when there is liquid and solid food. Grapes are very juicy. Steak is juicy. Juicy. Sticky. So this is sticky. It's like glue. So candy and many sweets are sticky. If you eat sticky food, maybe you have stuff on your hands that is sticky, like glue. Smooth. This is like a consistent texture. This card is smooth. There's no bumps. Smooth. So grapes are smooth. Chewing gum is very sticky and very gooey. All right, it's your turn to practice. Type in the chat and give me an example of a food that is chewy. What is chewy? Type in the chat. What is chewy? Chewing gum is chewy. Steak, chicken, gum, these are all chewy. Good. Please give me an example of creamy. What foods are creamy? Creamy. Ice cream is creamy. Cake is creamy. Yes. Tikka masala is creamy. Milkshake is creamy. Yes. Creamy and sweet. Delicious. Yes. Okay. Give me an example of crunchy. Crunchy. What's crunchy? Something crunchy might be like chips, pizza, or tacos. They crunch. Cocoa Crunch cereal is crunchy. Yeah, a croissant is crunchy. Yes, these are all crunchy. I love crunchy foods. Do you like crunchy foods? All right, give me an example of fizzy. What is fizzy? What is fizzy? So an example of fizzy would be soda drinks. So Coca-Cola, Sprite, 7-Up, these are all fizzy. Yes. What is your favorite fizzy drink? What is your favorite fizzy drink? Okay, awesome. Next, give me an example of fluffy. What is fluffy? Fluffy. Something fluffy would be like pancakes, muffins, donuts. Yes, these are fluffy. I really want to try the Japanese pancake. They're like this thick. They look so fluffy. I like fluffy foods. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about some examples of negative descriptive words and what we can replace them with. So instead of saying this, we could say this, okay? So if you say something is dry, you're saying, I don't like it. So instead of saying dry, you should say crispy. Crispy is a positive word. Dry is a negative word. So instead of saying dry, if you like it, say crispy. Another negative word is saying something is greasy. Like a lot of times, French fries are greasy. But if you like this, instead, you can say that it's velvety. So instead of saying greasy, you can say velvety. Velvety is more positive. Instead of saying something is burned, like my fish is burned, you could say that it's blackened. Blackened. This is a way to say that it's positive. Yes, that it's good. You like burned, you would say that it's blackened. If you say that it's burned, you say this is not good. So instead, you can say blackened. When describing meat, so like chicken and steak, if you say that it's tough, you're saying, I don't like it. It's tough. Instead, you can say that it's hearty. The steak is very hearty. So it's tough, but it's a positive word, hearty. Instead of saying something is mushy, mushy is a negative word. You could say that it's tender. This food is tender. I like this food. This food is mushy. I don't like this food. Right? Okay. So let's practice. Can you type in the chat, what's your favorite food? Your very number one favorite food. My favorite food is probably sushi. Sushi or pizza. What's your favorite food? Pizza, sushi, lasagna, carbonara, tomato and rice, omelet, pasta. Okay, these are all great foods. They're great foods. Can you tell me, how would you describe your favorite food? So my favorite food is sushi. Sushi is fresh, it's chewy, and it's hearty. What are 3 words you would use to describe your favorite food? So my favorite food is sushi. It's chewy, it's hearty, and it's fresh. Okay, so you like fish because it's fresh and soft. Okay, that's good. So how would you describe it with adjectives? Adjectives. So maybe it's sweet, it's salty, it's bitter, it's sour, it's crunchy. So how would you describe your favorite food? Okay, so carbonara, it's smoky and fresh. Okay. Bim bibimbap is fresh and healthy. Oh yeah, that's true. The omelet is fresh, creamy, and smooth. That's very good. Yes. Good job, you guys. Oh, Anna, I also love Nutella because it's sweet and creamy. I love Nutella. Yes. I love putting my Nutella on a crunchy bread. It's so delicious. All right, so my last activity Now that we know some important words, I want you to describe some words. So, how could you describe a peach? Maybe you could say a peach is juicy and sweet. How would you describe a peach? It's fruity. Yes, it's fresh. It's very fresh. Good. How could you describe a donut? A donut, you could say, is airy. It's fluffy. Good, Isabella. Yes. It's sweet. Good words. It's doughy. Very good. Yes, it's doughy. Yes. Awesome, you guys. You learned a lot today. Um, you can say that a peach is pulpy. Pulp, a lot of orange juice has pulp. hmm All right, how could you describe pancakes? Pancakes are what? Pancakes are fluffy, airy, soft, sweet. Perfect. Great job, you guys. Very good. How could you describe bacon? Bacon. So, how would you describe bacon? Bacon is smoky, crunchy, salty, chewy. Awesome words. It's greasy. It is greasy. Yes. But it is delicious. It's delicious. How could you describe a taco? How would you describe a taco? Tacos are crunchy. They're crunchy. They're crispy. Tacos are crumbly. Good. Yes, they're crumbly. Yeah. They're spicy. Good. You guys are so good. Okay. How could you describe a croissant? A croissant is, let's see if we get this one. It starts with FL. FL. Croissants are flaky. Did anyone get flaky? Yes, they're also fluffy. Fluffy, flaky, they're crumbly. Okay. How would you describe a muffin? Muffin. A muffin is buttery, fluffy, airy, sweet, soft. Good. How would you describe sushi? Sushi is fresh. It's very fresh. Fresh fish. Yes. It can be spicy. All right. How could you describe, how could you describe an onion? If you bite into a fresh onion, it's what? An onion is, it starts with a B. Okay, yeah, it's earthy, it's crispy, it's fresh. I think onions are bitter. If you bite into a raw onion, so not cooked, it can be bitter. Yeah, it's earthy. What about a potato? How would you describe a potato? What are potatoes like? Potatoes are earthy. Yes, they're watery, they're juicy. Good. What about a mushroom? What does a mushroom taste like? Mushrooms are, they're soft, they're earthy. Yes. Okay. How would you describe a carrot? What does a carrot look like, taste like? What is the texture of a carrot? A carrot is chewy, it's crunchy, it's fresh, it's earthy, it's hard. And last but not least, how would you describe an orange? Orange. An orange is citrusy, juicy, fresh, a little sour, acidic. Perfect. You guys are awesome. High five. Good job. Do you have any questions for me? That comes to the end of our session. I hope that you guys learned some new words about how to describe food. If you came late to the session, that's okay. You can watch it from the beginning after this is over. Do you have any questions for me? Any questions? Okay. Well, if you guys aren't a member of Cambly already, I'm a tutor on Cambly. My name is Tutor Nicole, and you can speak with tutors just like me on Cambly to learn English. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, if you want to book a session with me, it should be on the link below in this YouTube video. Yes, it was nice to meet you. I hope you have some delicious foods today. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.